Hello everyone, this video is about the fact that a narcissist reality holds an extremely big gap between actual reality. Any shortcomings or failings that the narcissist has, they will either deny or project onto others. They believe they are above all others, wiser, stronger and better. Even on the lower end of the spectrum, the deeply insecure victim narcissist who just doesn't get why people don't see it from their reality. None of them are accountable, so they all believe their problems are caused by those around them and then they seek revenge. Deep down, the good majority are hurting and insecure and screaming out for attention any way they can. From the golden period to smearing people's names. It's all about them being and staying in control. Whatever hobby they do, usually somebody else's, but whatever hobby they do, they believe that they are the best at it. If they do not win at a game, of course, to them, it was not their fault. The game was fixed. If a piece of writing wasn't good enough, it's those who read it that are at fault. And other people are just not allowed an opinion of their own. Other people that don't agree with the narcissist, in their eyes, they're just stupid. The lower end achieve their aims by being aggressive and by being rude, putting fear into others, as well as taking the victim route. Those in the middle of the spectrum will often do it with extreme jealousy, silent treatments, and the victim play. And those on the upper end of the spectrum will be more aggressive, but also in a lot more of a calculated, streamlined way. Now, as it is on a spectrum, they can have all the traits, but they will cross over as to which will use which tactics the most, which are more calculated, which just act out in the moment. Those on the lower end of the spectrum, the lesser narcissists, go through life doing and taking, like all others, as they please, whatever they want from those around them, leaving behind a trail of destruction. They believe they are entitled to do as they please, claim what they like, no one is allowed to stand in their way. If someone does, they will often seek some form of revenge. They're often walking around in that same designer jacket and tracksuit bottoms with what they believe to be designer trainers, that they believe speaks for how wealthy they are, even if it was purchased for them by an ex until they can find a new one to buy them some more. How we see clothes as our own unique individual taste, and if people want to wear designer clothes, if people don't want to wear designer clothes, if people want to wear jeans, tracksuits, trousers, skirts, it's whatever people want to wear for themselves. Narcissistic people always believe it shows to others just how important they are, especially those that go around in suits. They may work on a factory floor, as my ex-narcissist did, with normal, like-minded, decent, good-hearted people. There's nothing wrong with these jobs at all. With a narcissist, they are the best on that floor. The only reason they've never moved up is simply because they believe that all the others that have just sucked up to the bosses to get a higher position, and they're unwilling to lower themselves to that standard. So that's the excuse they tell themselves, and they will tell all those willing to listen. Now, there is normal people out there that are just happy in life, happy doing that job. There is normal people out there that want to work harder and want to push themselves further and want to achieve more. And then there's the narcissistic people that are too lazy and believe that everything should be given to them on a plate. And if it's not, then it's somebody else's fault. They will never see their own inadequacies, and they live in a delusional world that they have achieved more and they deserve more than all others. And if they haven't achieved that, then it's somebody else's fault. The ones in the middle of the spectrum, they may well have a great education, great jobs, excellent incomes, nice homes, music or sporting achievements. They will often have everyone around them fooled and be very well liked, even admired for their achievements, which they will brag and boast and exaggerate. The silent treatment and the guilt trip they use to keep a grasp on their own unique reality. These actually do have the biggest reality gap out of all the narcissists on the spectrum. They will demand help and support from others with pity plays, and these are the ones most likely to use the incredible sulk. The sulk brought on because they have the odd moment of seeing real reality before they shut down and go back to their false world full of negativity towards others, full of manipulation and full of lies. The thing is, they have actually achieved and they are doing well for themselves, but because of their own insecurities, they believe they've got a shortfall of what they are and what they want to be. And it's a massive blow to their own ego. So they have kind of got a big reality gap because they don't see what they have achieved. And so instead of embracing and enjoying what they can get out of life, they're too busy blaming others for not having more. Those narcissists that are on the upper end of the spectrum, the ones with the high-powered jobs, the cars, the suits, the homes, the holidays, the famous ones that have sold thousands and millions of records, down to Adolf Hitler, who invaded countries. They, like most narcissists, have no sense of remorse. They are full of self-entitlement, and because of their achievements, this emphasises their reality, that they are above all others. No matter who they are or what they achieve, even those that have done extremely well for themselves, it is still never enough for them. They need more. They still believe their own reality, that they are entitled to everything they have and they are entitled to more. Even if they've stomped over people, destroyed people, and even killed people to get to where they are, they still need and believe that they deserve so much better. People on the narcissistic personality disorder spectrum do not live in reality. They live in their own false reality, that they are above all others and worth more than they are. They have no care, no thoughts, and no feelings to others in how they get their needs met. And all others are to blame for their own insecurities, and all others are to blame for their own faults and their own failings and their own mistakes. They have a problem deep within themselves that no matter where they are in the world and no matter what their achievements are, it's always someone else's fault that they haven't achieved as much as they wanted to. And because they're using external sources to fill their inner selves, they're always wanting to move on to the next best thing, the next bigger thing, the next better thing. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to do that. There's nothing wrong with those people that do want to better themselves and do want to move forwards in life. Life is about having a growth mindset and developing yourself. The difference is there's those people out there that have a growth mindset and do achieve and do develop themselves but they help people along the way. They lift each other up. They lift other people up. They are kind to other people. They are generous with other people. And whereas with a narcissist, they just want to trample over everybody, and it's not a very nice way to live. Thank you for listening. Bye.